morning, and welcome to another exciting episode of Clang versus the Space Engineer. As you know, on our last episode of Clang versus the Space Engineer, we were salvaging the remains of a vessel. And that vessel was the Manta. Well, the Manta has been successfully salvaged. And but during that salvage, we got a detection of Clang building a forward base on the other side of the mountain. So, the last episode I am calling a prelude, since that was episode 8A. Anyways, the whole episode 8 is going to be a mini series. And the mini series is going to be called a Solaris Lake. Of course, Solaris Lake being this lake you see before you, as the space engineer has so dubbed it. You know, it makes sense to call it Lake Solaris. It's a big lake. He's on the planet Solaris. This is the Solaris planetary system. So, there's been a lot of damage to the base, a lot of improvements to the base. It's been about, I don't know, 8 or 9 days in game days, and there's been no attack. Oh, by the way, let me look out that window. He's still there. See, we are Clang. It's early in the morning, so after about 8 or 9 days of no attack or nothing, Clang is obviously building for himself. His own base. He's got his own troubles, I'm sure. But here's something that's an elephant in the room. You may have noticed this big old steel pillar sitting in the middle of the room. And here's why. In the center of that steel pillar is the new command center. A command center that the space engineer will feel more comfortable being in, especially under attack. If you are sitting out in one of these command centers, what separates between you and the bullets is but a thin piece of glass. And what happens if something more heavy hits that thin piece of glass than just a bullet? Well, clearly there's nothing standing between you and the glass. The glass actually becomes a weapon, shatters right in your face, cutting you up worse. So, wouldn't you rather have a big chunk of steel between you and whatever it is that's trying to blow you up? Certainly I would. Just go in here, we could just lock the door, and we could command our base from in here. Relative safe. Well, a lot more safe than say uh, we weren't in there. So, on this fine day, after about 9 or 10 days of, he's successfully able to salvage his ship. There's no attack. They say he thinks that, oh, well, he can't really start building a spaceship with the threat being immediately over there. And he doesn't even know what the threat is because it's on the other side of the mountain, concealed where he can't see it. This is running really smooth. I'm really happy. So, what's the space engineer to do? Well, in this game of chess, somebody has to make the first move. So it might as well be the space engineer. And so the space engineer has been working really hard. You see that over there on the landing pad? Let's go check that out. So going down the stairs I go. And one of the things that I had to do is that I kept falling off these stairs. So I put pieces of glass up there as guardrails, and here's how I would fall off. I'd try to jump because you know the little lip there, and I would jump off. So these guardrails saved me a lot of grief. Here is what I like to call Dane's Orca gunship. And this is where I found it. In a previous time there was a guy, and he visited his base in a planet, and it was Dane, I guess was the guy's name, or he was part of this group or whatever. Anyways, in this base had high walls. It was a really cool base, high walls and pillboxes, and it was totally defended, and it had like this thing called an artifact down at the in this in the down in the bottom of it underground. And it was quite the maze, and it's an amazing build. It's a build that you can find on the workshop. And in the hangar bay, I was a thing of beauty when the space engineer walked by on his tour, and it was Dane's Orca gunship. Now this gunship seems simple. Is not nothing special. It seems simple enough, right? It's made out of light armor, can't really take much of a hit, it can only take, and the whole front end of it, the front cockpit is well exposed. So, in any frontal confrontation with any sort of flying machine, you might want to bail. But when it comes to space to ground combat, or from air to ground combat, this thing is the thing you want. And here's why. We have 4 missile launchers. And I built a few missiles during my time here, so it can shoot 4 salvos of 4 each for 16 total missiles. It has 2 Gatling guns in the center, an aiming camera, plenty of forward-facing atmospheres, so I can pretty much do a vertical stand and shoot at anything in the ground directly below me. I can do the same thing with anything directly above me. However, it is extremely weak on strafe, as it only has 2 on each side, and that's really for stabilization. And of course, you can't flip it upside down. It'll drop like a rock. And like I said, it's also got a very exposed front end. So if met with any sort of real air resistance, you want to beat feet. But if it's a ground targets that you need to destroy, then this is your machine. So the space engineer has decided, okay, it is time for a Polish Open. What is a Polish Open? A Polish Open in the game of chess is a opening move where you either take your center pawn from the middle flank, you take your center pawn, or you take your center pawn from the right flank, or you take your center pawn from the left flank, and you move him 1 space forward. The reason you would do this is because you do not know the level of skill your opponent has. So rather than putting yourself out there, you take a conservative initiative to see what your opponent's next move may be. In terms of real life, the Polish Open represents a light skirmish or raiding band doing just kind of testing to see what kind of resistance up against. Of course, the scout and the information would be sent back, opening up for either like the bishop or the knight or some heavier cavalry to come through and cause mayhem. Now here is my truck, and you may have noticed that my truck doesn't have wheels, and that's because of maintenance. Even though there is wheels and the wheels are working in SE, they don't work very well when it comes to turning the game off and then turning them back on. They usually desync, especially in multiplayer. So the way to take care of your server and not have yourself an uncontrollable Clang bot every time you turn your server back off and back on is before you turn your game off, take your wheels off. And then there's an add wheel button. You can just pop them back on, weld them back up if you need your machine again. So this is the way you're going to keep Clang out of your server with wheeled vehicles. Just make sure you take your wheels off of any wheeled vehicles before you leave your game. Otherwise, when you get back on your game, you're going to have your wheel gone because the administrator probably erased it because it's clanging about like a banshee. Okay, the sun's peeking up over the horizon. This is the perfect time of day to make this pawn attack. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of see just what kind of resistance I'm up against. If I meet any resistance, this gunship is not made for aerial combat. I'll tell you that right now. And if I meet any sort of aerial combat, I'm gonna beat feet right back to my base and see if I can't, if they follow me, maybe I'll defend myself. If not, then I know that there's something over there. But if not, I think I might be able to have a chance to do some real damage. So I got a song for that. As you know, that when I'm flying, that I can't really speak because it kind of messes with the audio. But what I can do is turn on my stereo because everything I have has a stereo. And what better song to play but The Ride of the Valkeryes by Wagner. Now, I hope you can hear it. If not, I apologize. Here. Oh, and they're coming here fast. I don't think I have the firepower to take on two of them. I see that they're both coming in advance. So I'm going to just swiftly retreat back to my base. I'm going to see if I can't lure them into the guns of my base, and then maybe my base guns can take care of them. I'm going to have to hide in low. I'm thinking I might just actually just go right into the hangar and defend myself from the base. Oh, looks like I got some lag going on. Luckily I didn't see. Uh-oh. I hear, I hear oh, CD battle. I don't see no enemy. Oh, I see a crashed enemy right here. Okay. I see a hole there. I see another hole there. Let's investigate the well, that can't be good. I gotta say, that can't be good at all. That's a big old hole in my base now. Oh my gosh. Really? Now I gotta deal with that? Well, at least I'm alive. I don't even know what kind of damage I received in my ship, but it doesn't look like I really kind of got damaged, but I kind of want to take a look. Do I have... Okay, I can take a quick peek around. Do I even have bullets? You know what? I got minimal bullets. I better get me a box of bullets before I go out in there in the Wild Blue Wander. I might have just actually have a little early. Well, at least my base is still it was still working. As you can see, this ship was not made to dogfight. It is a good thing that I retreated. Because had I not retreated, get back to my base, I might have been killed. But it looks like I'm not. Okay, I'm experiencing a little bit of lag, and that's expected because of the combat that just took place. So if my audio was a little bit wonky on that time, I apologize. Of course, you know, my alarm system includes Starship Troopers. So, you know, if the enemy comes, oh, I had bullets. Yeah, well, now that I'm here, I think bullets. Obviously, I'm going to need some because those guys chased me right back. They chased me right back to my base. But I don't think I got hurt. I think my base defenses actually took care of things. But here's the thing I want to see is what kind of damage was to be had over here. Well, I mean, did the guy just kind of... Oh. Oh, I see. Well, this is going to be quite the repair. Well, he gave his life for it. Luckily, he didn't get my truck. That... Now, was there only one? Or was there two? Because I see another smoking wreckage over here. I gotta make sure that we got both of them. This is a huge hole here, so I'm gonna have a whole bunch of creatures here pretty quick, I'm thinking. Maybe this is still a piece from that one from the guy who crashed. Yeah, it's a piece of I'm thinking it's a piece from the other guy that it just blew up and it kind of flew that far. I mean, look at that hole in the side of my base. You know what? I'd rather that it be the side of my base than him falling on my truck because it looks like he just barely missed my truck. Looks like he ran into the base and he bounced off the base and blew up right there. Okay, I'm having a little sim speed issues. Okay, let's see if we can't make our second. So we now know from our Polish Open that Clang has some firepower. Clearly, he blew a big old hole in my base. I'm glad I didn't wait, because if he had a few more of those, I probably would have not been able. My little gunship wouldn't have been enough. Which reminds me, I have to see if my gunship's even hurt. And before I go, you know what? Let's pick up. Nah, we got it. Do I? We don't need personal ammo, do we? Oh, I got plenty of personal ammo. I'm always... See, I forget that I'm always carrying bullets. Because, you know, I'm a hillbilly. Oh. Okay, though it's not landed right, I can tell you that right now. Doesn't look like I've received any damage. Okay. Let's see if we can't try this again. Put on my flight helmet. On my HUD. Everything on it. Okay. Looks like there's a... Okay, let's see if we have any worms in our... There's one right there. There we go. Hopefully that's all he had, though. We'll see here in a moment. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, that hole is going to be harsh. That's a harsh repair right there. And I'm kind of low on iron. No, I guess because, you know, iron was used up building that big pillbox. Alright, I'll try to keep silent second run. Okay, we're going really fast, so I'm going to have to slow down. Okay, I see another enemy is present. What is it? Oh, it just disappeared off the map. The enemy just disappeared off the map. That means, is it coming at me stealth? I don't even know. Better take a look. Oh, there it is. That's the base. It's right there. Okay, I see the outpost now. Okay, what's this? Oh, come on. Okay. Maybe it will advance, maybe it won't. I don't know. Let's figure it out next time it appears. Okay, Clang, defense drone, atmospheric. It doesn't seem to want to approach. So obviously that's not an offensive weapon. Maybe he's going to try to guard the base because he's like right directly above it. I'm wondering if we can get closer. I'm going to proceed with caution because I only see him halfway sometimes. Seems to be pretty small, so maybe I can see him. But I'm not seeing anything. So obviously whatever it is that's up there is like really one of those small, like those small drone fighters. But the problem is that we're not in a capital size ship. We are in a assault vessel size ship. A gunship. Okay, we're at 5 miles. Oh no, there's more. Let's see what we got here. We are Clang. Do not interfere. We are Clang. Do not interfere. So we have 3 more bogies sitting around the base. The one keeps disappearing, but those 2 seem to be rather constant. Well, how close are we to this base? Oh, I can't see. Maybe we're 3 miles? Okay, it looks like he's gonna brace for impact. This is my counter strike. Counter strike! 4 miles from him. So, even though what I'm thinking is that these 2 here are forward of the base, and that one is in the back, so they're trying to trick me going to the one in the back, so I fly over the base and a chance to shoot at me up from underneath. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Here's what I'm gonna do. Well, you know what, Clang? You say, we are Clang, do not interfere. We are Clang, do not interfere. Well, I'm going to interfere. Oh, I'm hearing birds. What a lovely song to be had. This lovely, beautiful day, which is about ready to erupt into gunfire. Let's see. I'm thinking that I got a visual. Okay, definitely I see the base. Now it looks like the base is basically a radar station that you see from the pirates sitting on top of a post of some sort planted on the ground. Now I gotta tell you, I always thought that the radar station was wasted in space, that it would make a better base on the ground, and here it is. Obviously, Clang thinks the same way. It's multi-purpose. It also would make a pretty good flying saucer too, but it was always a bit underpowered and heavy as sin. But needless to say, it's in a nice location, and it looks like it would be hard to crack. Okay, I better not get in the gun range. I think I could probably hit it from here. Well, there's those two little guys right there. Let's zoom in. Now, this is what a gunship is all about. Right here. I don't see those other guys. But this is what a gunship is all about. It's made to do just what I'm doing right now. Let's see if I can't take those guns out. If those guys don't want to move, I may be just outside of range of my guns. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move in a little closer. Okay, we're at 900. Good. Okay, this might do it right here. You'll see him sparking. I think I'm hitting now. Put some bullets in that. Shoot that. Oh, there we go. One gun. Excellent. This is what you get for putting a hole in my base, Clang. Yeah, that's right, bird. He put a hole in my base. And now I'm going to put a hole in his base. Ah, there you go. Now, I think there's a thing right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it now because I could see it. Oh, I'm out of ammo. You know what? I got more ammo. Don't you worry, Clang. Now that your guns are a little bit dead, but I can't forget about those bottom guns. Now, if I remember right, these kind of bases have a bottom guns. So I want to get in above those bottom guns. I think those little guys are like anti-personnel type drones. They're made to anti-per. Oh, I think they actually crashed. Well, that's embarrassing, Clang. Your drones are crashed along the side of your house. They got excited, probably. Let the big bros take care of them. Oh, I think I'm doing some damage. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's see. He's shooting. See that? He's shooting, but he's stuck. Oh, Clang, you just never amaze me. You're destroying yourself. I got a surprise for you. Let's do this. Oh, did that? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh, let's take out this other guy. You poor little guy. You stand no chance against the gunship. Now you see, Against the air units, this gunship stands no chance. But against ground bases, you don't stand a chance. You could have your turrets on full blast, and the guy could come flying in with a gunship, this Orca gunship. This thing's a thing of beauty. And he can just tear your base apart. As you can see, I'm just tearing this thing. I'm just tearing it apart. Because I can shoot slightly further with my machine guns than you can with your turrets. So if you're offline, or you're just not paying attention, or you're just depending on your turret defense, you're going to actually have to manually man your turrets if you want to defeat the gunship, because I can just stay here nice and steady, do a vertical dive, surgically remove all of your stuff, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing at all. Let's see if we can't. That's probably a miss. Yeah, I'm just going to put in a couple of holes right here. A couple of missile salvos. Well, that didn't look like it did anything at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. I couldn't see there for a second. Now, where's that upper guy? How far away is he? And I can get to him. Can I get to him? Because he's over there by the cliff. A little bit, and I might get shot from underneath. Who knows? Slow rate. Let's see if I can't see him. Oh, there he is. Is he up against the cliff? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see if I can't shoot him. See, I would know if my guns were reaching, because they'll poke. You'll see dust hitting the cliff. I don't think I'm within range. We'll get in a little. Okay. I was just outside of range. About 1.4 kilometers. I try to get within 1 kilometer. These guns seem to be able to shoot within 1,000 yards relatively well. Usually I can get in about 900. If I'm a little less than 900, I can hit my target. I think I'm a little out of range. Okay, I'm 1.8. The recoil pushes back a little bit, but I don't want to get caught up with those underneath guns shooting my back end out, and then I'd be crashing. That would absolutely suck. Okay, I'm at 950. Let's see if I can get below 900. Okay, I'm below 900. Yeah, see, now you can see I'm hitting the dirt all around it. These defense drones don't work very well, I think. Clang's gonna have to improve upon these a little bit. As you can see, there was a little bit of lag there. Guns are always so laggy. I don't understand why. It's shoot back. Some sparking. It's not shooting at me, or it's not reaching me. Something like that. Because I would be seeing it if it was. I'm thinking they get hurt a little bit, and they like to shoot. I think he's Something's going on over there. He's not happy. How many more bullets do I have? Let's see if we can't take him out of commission. He's moving. You can see the spread of my bullets. This thing doesn't shoot that straight from this amount of yards. What is he doing? Let's just pump him full of lead. Huh. I'm a little far out. Let's see if I can't scoot in a little closer. Okay. I might be able to make a better shot now. Okay, I'm hitting him. My grouping's staying together better. Really hard to hit him from along the side of the cliff, and I think he's done. I don't think he's going anywhere. I'll just leave him alone for now, because I gotta focus on. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't know how much bullets I have left, but I know I don't want to waste all my bullets on just that one guy. Now here's a thing. I could probably land and do a surgical strike, but let's see. Somewhere around here there's like a turret. Can I drill through the bridge? Because right here there's an internal turret that always kills me. I don't think I have the firepower to break through this heavy armor. It's gonna take a mighty amount of bullets, I'll tell you that. Do I have that many bullets? I don't know. See if I can't drill through the armor and take it out. It doesn't look like. Doesn't look like I have much penetration there. But I could probably take this guy out just in case. He's only 400 yards away. And I think that I could take him out. I don't think he's going anywhere, but I want to make sure that he doesn't rise up. Okay, there he goes. He's falling apart. He's falling to pieces. 400 yards seems to be the like the effective range of this gun. Because, you know, at 800 yards, even though I'm making long shots, it barely does anything. Yeah, he's done. You're done. Where are you going, buddy? Let's see if we can't take care of your friend over here once and for all, and we'll try to sneak up onto that base. Okay. You're up against the wall, buddy. What are you gonna do? You're up against the wall. I'm a very bad shot. I have to stand. I'm getting better at keeping my hand steady because I don't do too much combat. Not in Space Engineers, and my hands are not steady. Oh, he's on fire. I'm getting better at shooting. Come on. Blow up now already. I'm putting enough shells in your general direction. You'd think you'd blow up by now. Maybe I'm just not within the effective range. Well, I don't want to go too far out though, because oh, this should do it here. Oh yeah, this is the effective range right here. He just got he just got 8. Where's he going? Is he falling down the cliff? See the little fire trail as he bounces down the cliff. Final resting place? No, you're taking the hard dive down, aren't you? Oh, what a beautiful day at Solaris. Well, we'll have to try and find where he landed on foot. But in order to do that, I need to take the rest of the defenses out here at the base. And what does it say? It's at 400 meters. But I can go directly here on the top. And here's another thing that I can do. Oh, where is it? There's an antenna, and did I blow up its antenna? Or is this the antenna right over here? We gotta get a better look. Oh, that's the antenna right here. Let's take that out. We take that out, then he can't communicate no more, and we can say that we won. I think that antenna is just about ready to blow. It blew. No antenna. Did we take out its beacon? Because I don't see its beacon working either. Okay, let's drill through this. Let's drill through the door. Well, can our bullets bust through the door? Okay. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Well, we've effectively disabled this base. So, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to head back home, happy for the result of my Polish Open. Quite the raid. Like we have captured the battle. Hang on. It looks like we've captured the initiative on the battlefield as well, because this was obviously something that he wasn't quite expecting. So, as I fly home, I'm going to have the Ride of the Valkyrie play once more. Where is it? Sound block. I'm going to just have to write stereo or something, to make it. Here it is. Victory lap! Victory lap! It's about time I had a victory against Clang.